Hello and welcome to this beginner tutorial on your Yuneec Typhoon H. The Typhoon H is a versatile aerial photography tool that is designed to get the shot with ease. With built-in advanced flight modes and safety features, the Typhoon H comes with everything you need, including a smart transmitter with built-in tablet to display vital information as well as what your drone is seeing in real time. This tutorial will cover everything you need to know for your first flight. Our first step to prepare the Typhoon H for its first flight is to charge the flight battery and the ST16 smart transmitter. All the necessary equipment is in the package. First, we will remove the Typhoon H from the protective foam package and locate the items that we need. The first thing we will grab is the flight battery charger and flight battery. Your Typhoon H includes both a wall adapter and car adapter to charge your batteries. Plug in the charger and wait for the green light to flash on top of the charger. Insert the flight battery, making sure to fully seat it on the charger. The charger will then flash red, indicating that the battery is being charged. Next, grab the USB cable located in the accessories box and plug it into the side of the smart charger. You can now plug your ST16 smart transmitter in. The ST16 can be charged using any USB charger. However, the smart charger that is included will charge your ST16 transmitter faster. When the battery has been fully charged, the charger will emit a tone and show a solid light indication. After pulling the Typhoon H out of the protective foam packaging, we will need to unfold the arms and lock them into flight mode. This is done by simply lifting each arm until you hear a positive click. When transforming the Typhoon H back into travel mode, simply press the button and fold the arm down. After the arms are extended, we will need to install the quick disconnecting propellers. The propellers are labeled both A and B. These will match up to the motors in the same fashion. You will also notice that half of the motors have white buttons, and half of the props have a white ring. This is a quick way of telling where each of the propellers go. White buttons with white ring props. Place the propeller on the motor and spin the prop until it keys into the locking mechanism. You will then press down on the propeller while holding the motor stationary and turn the prop another quarter turn. The white ring propellers lock in place by turning them clockwise, where the black props lock in place counterclockwise. You will notice on the top of each propeller a lock and unlock icon. This will help guide you to secure or remove the prop. Next, we'll grab the included micro SD card. The card is in the accessories box inside the SD card adapter. This SD card is loaded with a digital version of the manual as well as some additional videos. Install the micro SD card into the bottom of the camera. Flip the Typhoon H upside down and insert the SD card into the slot on the bottom of the Seago 3 Plus camera with the lettering facing out. Flip the aircraft back over and remove the camera lock. Learning to fly the Typhoon H is a simple process and should only take a few flights before you are comfortable flying your drone in a confined area. But choosing the right location to make your first flight a success is also very important. You should choose an open area that is free from trees, people, power lines, and buildings. This will give you a chance to get comfortable with your new aircraft and gain confidence in your ability to fly the Typhoon H. You will also want to stay away from any major airports that have commercial activity. This no-fly zone is located inside a 5-mile radius around these airports. Our next step is to take the fully charged battery and insert it into the Typhoon H, making sure that it's fully seated into the battery compartment. The door also acts as a locking mechanism, so make sure the door is in the down position. To remove the battery, simply lift up the door to release the lock and slide the battery straight out. Next, choose a flat and level surface to take off from, and place the Typhoon H there with the nose of the aircraft facing away from you. We will now power on the ST16 smart transmitter by sliding the power switch to the left. Wait for the main screen, then power the Typhoon H by holding the power button down for a few seconds until you hear a rising tone emit. Step away from the Typhoon H approximately 20 to 25 feet. Check the flight mode is selected that you would like to fly in. Make sure the area is clear of any people, and verify that you have a good solid GPS lock. We will also want to go over the controls. Let's take a look at those now and review what each stick does. Now we can press and hold the red Start-Stop button on top of the ST16 for approximately 3 seconds. The rotors of the Typhoon H will spool up and wait for your command. Our goal is to get into the air quickly, so we will apply full left stick forward until we reach an altitude we are comfortable with. Then let the left stick center, and the aircraft will remain at that altitude. You are now ready to retract the landing gear by toggling the switch on the upper right of the transmitter. This will lift the landing gear up and give your camera a clear 360-degree view. You can now begin to feel the aircraft controls and get comfortable with each of the commands. If the aircraft is moving too fast, you can slow everything down by using the turtle rabbit slider located on the back on the right side of the transmitter. If you're flying in smart mode, the orientation of the aircraft will not matter. Forward on the right stick will always fly the aircraft away from you, no matter if the nose of the aircraft is facing you, the right, or the left. Angle mode is great to learn more advanced maneuvers and traditional RC flight. Orientation becomes something you must think about. When the aircraft nose is facing you, the controls effectively become reversed. You must think of this control as if you were in the cockpit of the aircraft. It is important to learn this mode as the aircraft will default to this mode if GPS is ever lost. Our next step of your first flight is the landing. We have several options for you when it comes to landing. We can choose to use the Return to Home by selecting RTH on the mode switch. The Typhoon H will automatically come back to within 25 feet of the transmitter, lower the landing gear, land, and then shut off the rotors. We will land manually for your first time. Lower your landing gear and bring the Typhoon H into a hover over the landing location of your choice. When you're ready and the landing area is clear, hold the left stick all the way down. The Typhoon H will land softly and finally slow the rotors down, but remain on. Try not to add any input on the right stick with the Typhoon H on the ground. Gently center the left stick and press the Start-Stop button until the rotors turn off. With your aircraft safely on the ground and the propellers stopped, we can now shut down the Typhoon H. We'll first turn off the aircraft by holding the power button until the dissenting tone emits. Next, we will power down the transmitter by sliding the power switch to the right. We hoped you enjoyed your first flight on your Typhoon H. If you had any issues, please feel free to give our First Flight contact team a call. We'll be glad to assist you in any way we can. Welcome to the Yuneec family, and happy flying.